Hi, my name's Maya Bambrick. I'm a young birdwatcher, naturalist and aspiring presenter. I've been obsessed with birds since I was little. Having grown up here in Crawley, I've seen how birds can adapt to living in towns and cities like these. That's what makes birds so accessible to all and why I'm on a mission to delve further into the lives of species which call these urban landscapes their home. This short film, Birds of the Urban Jungle, will allow me to delve further into the lives of a selection of charismatic birds that you can see in your nearest town or city. My first stop on the grand tour of Sussex is Brighton, one of my favourite cities. I'm in search of a bird which gathers in huge numbers during these winter months, the starling. As the sun begins to set, as it is now, groups of birds just start to flock together to create one huge movement of shapes and blurs. All we need to do now is wait and keep our fingers crossed. As day turned to night, small flocks began to trickle in, flying across the urban coastline. The flocks joined one another, slowly building in numbers, whilst twisting and turning against the backdrop of the West Pier. Shapes began to form as thousands of these birds moved as if they were just one big organism. Starlings murmurate like this at dusk before heading to a communal roost site. It's likely a case of safety in numbers, which gives them greater protection against predators like the urban dwelling peregrine falcon. Numbers were beginning to reach their peak as thousands decorated the sky all around me. Up to over 18,000 starlings can be counted roosting here in Brighton. However, it used to be much more. In the 1970s, numbers reached up to 90,000 birds. The starling is a red-listed species, meaning it's a bird of conservation concern. This population decrease is likely due to a decline in insects caused by pesticide use and a lack of nesting options. However, Brighton Palace Pier is doing a great job of alerting the public of this spectacle and the threat starlings face, with plenty of signage and engagement. So the sun has just set here in Brighton and I've just seen my first ever starling murmuration. It was absolutely incredible. They were going over our head, they were underneath us, and now we can hear the amazing sound of them roosting underneath us, underneath the pier. My next port of call is the seaside town of Newhaven. I'm on the lookout for a bird which is part of the tube-nosed family. Among the clatter of boats and bustle of walkers, these cliffs provide a home to a special seabird which is related to the albatrosses. The Fulmar is a grey and white seabird with stiff wings and a thick-set neck. There are now around 350,000 pairs in the UK, with numbers dramatically increasing until the late 1980s and remaining stable until the early 2000s. Recently there has been a slight decline, possibly due to a reduction in the amount of discards from fishing vessels. So even before I got out of the car, I could see the fulmars flying along the cliffs, and this is because of their very distinctive flight pattern. They switch between gliding and short bursts of stiff wing strokes, and they circle along these cliffs before landing. Fulmars will return in April, nesting on rocky cliffs like these all around the UK. Birds won't be ready to breed until they're around 9 years old, and both the male and the female help to raise their single offspring. When they're not breeding at other times of the year, this is a bird of the open ocean, travelling far and wide in search of food. Even when they are nesting, they'll travel impressive distances to forage. Feeding generally takes place at night, with their diet consisting of fish, squid, crustaceans and zooplankton. These impressive seabirds could be even older than me, with the average lifespan of a Fulmar being a grand age of 44 years old. Fulmars are great coastal birds, but what about if you live inland? Well, each spring there's a brilliant show performed on a water body near you. Welcome to Tilgate Park, a local green space in the middle of Crawley I've been coming to for many years, to walk, to birdwatch and to spend time with friends. It's also home to this lake, which is a great place to see many species of wildfowl. But today I'm here to see one species in particular, the very underrated great crested grebe. I'm hoping to see a behaviour which is worthy of a 10 on Strictly Come Dancing. The great crested grebe is a graceful water bird, a common sight on lakes, reservoirs and off the coast. It's our largest species of grebe and has a distinctive head plume with an orange ruff. So we've got one over there, there's another one, so that's one pair. And then we've got another one, so that's 3. Number 4, 5, 6, 7. That's definitely more than I've ever seen here. These stunning birds nearly became extinct in the Victorian times, with the population once dropping to just 32 pairs in England. This was due to the species being persecuted for their feathers and skin, which were used to decorate hats and to make feather boas. During the spring, these birds perform some fancy dance moves to strengthen their pair bonds. This involves synchronised swimming and repetitive head movements. Oh, one's up. Oh, he's got a bit of weed in his mouth. Parks and local green spaces make fantastic birding sites, but some special birds can be found even in the depths of a concrete jungle. You wouldn't think there'll be much to see here at an industrial estate in Sussex. However, you're wrong. This urban landscape is home to the world's fastest bird. This species can reach speeds of up to 200 miles per hour, the peregrine falcon. So we'd just been waiting about 5 minutes and then I saw the peregrine swoop down in front of the trees, and now it's just landed on top of the building over there, and we're hoping, fingers crossed, to also see its mate. The peregrine is found on every continent, making it the world's most widespread bird of prey. To identify this species, look for its distinctive black moustache, barred white chest and broad pointed wings. They have a powerful, often stiff wing flight pattern and dive quickly to catch prey. This species likes to nest on tall buildings in towns and cities, replicating their usual nesting habitat of precarious cliff edges. This apex predator is truly a master hunter, stooping down on its prey, such as feral pigeons, in mid-air. However, it's not always been easy for them. Peregrine numbers in the UK have been affected by a few major factors, like persecution during the Second World War. This persecution still occurs now, although less often, with birds illegally poisoned and shot. Numbers declined dramatically during the 1960s and 70s due to eggshell breakage caused by insecticides like DDT. Since then, numbers have fortunately increased, with birds faring better in urban and lowland locations than in the uplands. So we've been standing here next to this really busy road for about an hour now, and we've seen the peregrines, but we've also seen a buzzard soaring over our heads. We've had a sparrowhawk as well, and it just shows how much wildlife you can see in this urban location. Oh, there's the other one, there's the other one. Oh, look. Yeah. Oh, shh, they're mating. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. So we've just seen them actually mating, which is a behaviour we didn't expect to see, but we were watching one individual and the other swoop round and they started mating, which was quite interesting to see. Over the last few weeks, we've explored what birds you can see in the urban jungle. We've been to the coast, to an industrial estate and to my local park and found species which each have their own fascinating lives to tell. You may think urban areas are devoid of wildlife, but as we discovered, these can be some of the best places to watch birds in the UK.